गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Hari Om. Let there be peace. Let there be peace and love amongst all the human beings of the earth. Let there be peace and love amongst all the. Let there be peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We have started the contemplation on the seventh chapter, that is the story of Bhargava, and we have seen the two topics in that. First was the Bhargava's kingdom of the fancy castle in the air, and second topic, Bhargava's Prabodhanam, awakening of Bhargava. Today we'll be starting the third and very important chapter, the enchanting chapter, that is Manomalshalanam. So again we'll quickly see that why this essence of this Yoga Vasishtha book has been selected, and we are doing the contemplation on the various story. Why Vasishtha Rishi has told so many stories to the Rama, and what was the purpose? The whole purpose of this telling stories is to quieten the mind, telling the stories to contentment, telling the stories to maintain the tranquility always 24 by 7, 365 days, and remain happy, cheerful, blissful, contented, and over and above relax and cool always, because then you know that you are divine, and when you know that divine, that means you have an understanding how to lead a life. When you have an understanding to lead a life, in Hindi it is called as समझदारी. तो अपन समझदार बन गए. Unless you become समझदार, you cannot lead a peaceful life. Otherwise your mind will be always agitated and you will be frustrated. So that's why we have done the 15 chapters, and after doing the 15 chapter, we again, as per our usual, a multiplier of 5 comes, then we do the revision. So 5, 10, 15, again 15 we are doing the revision, and maybe this time revision is really great so that you will understand each and everything. So what was the quick recap? What has happened? The story of Bhargava Manorajyam, that is castle in the air. What has happened is the Bhargava is son of the Bhrugu. Uh, Bhrugu is a great saint, and he was doing his meditation penance at the feet of the Mandara mountains, and he was doing this thing, but then Bhargava has no job to do. So what happens when the mind is empty? Empty mind is a devil's workshop. खाली मन अपना शैतान का घर होता है, तो उसका माइंड खाली था, तो शैतान का घर बन गया. Because father, before going to the meditation, if you have given some work till he finishes meditation, then maybe this son would have been listened or maybe done something, but then he was just wandering here and there, and he has seen the celestial damsel going through the sky. And when he was father was meditating, this chap just started thinking about that Manorajyam. So what we do is we also do the same thing, Manorajyam. Oh, that means this is my story also. Okay, I have understood. This Bhargava is me only. Bhargava Manorajyam, me only. Only now this Bhargava has done something such a great that he has to leave a body and go to the heaven along with the Apsara, enjoy there, and after that enjoyment is over, his Punya Shai takes place again, falls back to the earth, and when he falls back to the earth, then he becomes a rice. How can he become a rice? It is not sentient. Yes, we can become a rice. So if somebody can become a rice after a death, that means somebody can become stone also. Yes, somebody can become stone also. Somebody can become tree. Somebody can become a fish. So any birth, it all depends on Haricha. Haricha will decide, and you are all Punyashaya where it reached. Yes, so he become rice. So somebody ate that rice. After somebody eats that rice, then from there it went because of that samskara. Then he went to some other life, and from there he has become king of Madras. From there he became tapasvi, and he was doing a tapasya in the river of Samangana. And till that time, 3-4 births, this father is still meditating, and after his meditation is over, meditation again it comes under the tapasya. The person who are doing the meditation so many long, maybe kalpa they do the meditation, but if they have never studied the essence of a yoga vasishtha, so their mind is never quiescent. Their mind is not tranquil, never quiescent, never contented. never relax and cool. They never know how to lead in the life. So what happens is, same thing happened with this Bhrigu also, who is the father of Bhargava. He got agitated. How can my son die when I was doing meditation? How is this Yamraj, the god of death, can do that? And he was about to curse this god of death, but the god of death came in front of him as a Brahman, and they said, "Listen, my dear friend, why you are becoming angry? You are trying to give me sharp. You are going to curse this god of death. That is the Yamraj, and Yamraj can never get in curse. You never know that." Then he understood. Oh. So then, okay, so how can my son die when I was doing meditation? Okay, I'll tell you the story how he died. He told everything. This chap, when you were meditating, your son mind went around with that damsel, that Apsara. Then it went to the um, this. It went into the heaven, and from there it fell down. Moment this his Punyashay was there, and he fell on the earth. From there become rise. From there king. From there now let me tell you where is he. Okay, you little meditate, and now you can see that he is meditating near the river of Samangamana, and oh yes, it is my son only. And then they reach by their mind there, and then he was meditating there. Now this Bhargava was meditating, and so then he wakes up that god of death wakes him up. That is Bhargava Prabodhanam. So then for two muhurta initially his father Bhrigu meditated and came there, and now he has meditated for one muhurta, that is 48 minutes, and then came to know his all earlier births. And then he says, "Get up, father, let us go and see my previous body." So they get up, all the three of them went to the again this earlier mountain. What was that mountain's name? They went near the Mandara mountains, and then they he has seen that his body was lying there in the forest. But then, how can the animals are not killed? Vultures are not removed all the body parts of his body? Yes, it cannot be, because that body has fallen because of some other process, and his father was there. So naturally, then this they went there, and because now father or this god of death, that is Yamraj, is there. So Yamraj orders, "Listen now, my dear son, you are already gone from 2 3 births, and now I am giving you an order. Again, you enter into this body, because you have to become the teacher of this asura. So you have to become person who can now teach them." Okay, that work was remaining. So as the destiny, influence of destiny, that is called as Haricha. Because of that Haricha, the story tells that he again becomes the son of Bhrigu, that is Bhargava, again leaves all the earlier commentary which has happened in between. And then he get this Bhrigu did all this mm, purification rites, and then he became again the son of Bhrigu, that is Bhargava, and then he understood, okay, that is Bhargava Prabodhanam. And so that means why such a great and such a long story has been told. So it has been told because the manifested world is always in the hands of the unmanifested. And unmanifested is own Brahmaji, and who is unmanifested along with that? The god of death, that is Yamraj. So these are all people so great, and who is telling the story? Vasishtha, who is a Manas Putra of that Brahmaji. When we know all those things, still our mind is suffering. So then that's why it is said at one place. It is really wonder of the wonder that when you know that your nature is divine, you never bother to follow that divinity. And even though you know the nature is divine, you follow which is not divine. So this is very surprising that has been said at one place in our stories. It's very surprising when we the human being knows that the God is residing in their heart, but then how they behave? They behave like criminals. They behave like the human being which is disturbing the society. They behave like they are going to stay on this earth for Kalpa end. In fact, they cannot stay on for 100 years, because this Panchamahabhuta has to go back to the Panchamahabhuta. Then nobody knows, but people keep on fighting. And that is what is surprising to the Vasishtha Rishi, which has been told to Rama. Only to know that Rama's mind remains quiescent, tranquil, cool, cheerful, and blissful, everything. And that is what is Samajdari. That is what is an understanding which is tried to told. Now, today is the third topic, that is Manomalshalanam. That is washing of the impurities of the mind. How the impurities of mind has to be washed? Impurities of mind has to be washed. Now we are starting 28th number shloka. जंतो कृतविचारस्य विगलद्वृत्तिचेतसा विज्ञानवशतो न्यूनं स्वभावं सम्प्रसीदति. For a person who has done reflection or inquiry, whose moment of the minds are vanishing, his essential nature certainly brightens up by the power of knowledge. So it has been said very nicely. The किसको ये knowledge समझ सकता है? We already now done for two topics of this story of Bhargava. The person who has an understanding, person who is cleaning his utensil daily, जो अपना लोटा daily घसता है, जो मीटिंग में daily आता है, not like he is listening to the YouTube subsequently. You have to be live. When you are live, then what happens is, the speaker is also speaking because of the grace of the Almighty. He is speaking because of the grace. He cannot think about himself. If Almighty says, "Boss, stop everything," so he has to stop because it is Almighty's order. So Almighty is telling this, listen. So you also, if you really can, Almighty grace you also by giving you a suggestion to come on online at 2:30 and start listening, so that it will go into your head, so that it will be, you will be always having 365 days 24/7 अंडरस्टैंडिंग समझदारी. कैसी समझदारी? यही जगत में रहना है. रिमेन इन दिस same world which is having frustration, which is having the duality, which is having the comparison, which is having the kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsar. ये पूरा जगत में it will remain as it, but this kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsar will not trouble him. It will never trouble him because he has understood, because of understanding. Yes, this is my foolishness. This is my mind's foolishness. This is my minds which are around my their foolishness. So what happens is we start correcting the foolishness of others' mind first, not ours. That is the wrong thing. We have to correct our mind first. Forget about others' mind. Other mind, let them go as per their samskar. We are not bothered about that. We should not be bothered because we are not come here to correct the world. World is like what? World is like a curly tail. वो कुत्ते के दुम के समान है. उसको कोई सीख नहीं कर सकता. नहीं नहीं नहीं, मैं तो सबको ठीक करके रहूंगा. You cannot. This your imagination will go to the dogs. It will never come to your help. So that's what it is said. For a person who has done reflection, inquiry, whose moments of the minds are vanishing. Again, same thing has come. Moment of minds are thought. So mind minus thought is equal to consciousness. Remove all thought, mind dissolves in the consciousness. So that means you have to start reducing the thought. So are we going to jungle or Himalaya to stay there? No, no, no. Remain here. Those thoughts should not trouble you anymore. That is what has been said. Moments of the minds are vanishing because you have done the reflection. रिफ्लेक्शन करने के बाद पता चल गया, अरे ये तो सब डिवाइन है, मैं क्यों अननेसेसरी इनसे लड़ाई कर रहा हूँ. मेक सम एडजस्टमेंट इन लाइफ एंड बी अवे फ्रॉम ऑल द स्टफ. So his essential nature certainly, it is not said, maybe it is not said, it is certainly brightens up by the power of knowledge. Power of intelligence is so powerful. एक बार तुम्हारे माइंड में पक्का हो गया कि yes, I am only the divine and this is only my manifestation. So outwardly whatever happens, you will never bother. Inwardly you will be always cheerful, blissful, happy, contented and over and above cool and relaxed. So that's what has been said now. 29th shloka. Vicharena parityada sabhavastoditatmana anukampa bhavanti brahma vishnur indra shankara. So it is very nice shloka. We have to go into the depth of it. And it is such an important, such a great value which has been given. For one who has well understood his essential nature. By reflection. कैसा किया? जब किया क्या, पूजा किया क्या, तीर्थ यात्रा गया क्या, has he done japa, has he done तीर्थ यात्रा, has he done meditation, has he done, these are also important parameters in our life, but that is only in leading a happy life in a relative world. But if you want to lead a happy life in an absolute world, what has to be done is inquiry. दूसरा कुछ भी नहीं है. Contentment, tranquility, inquiry and a holy company. All four are the legs of that moksha dwara. But then inquiry is important. That is the most important thing. Whose self knowledge has risen. What has happened is self knowledge has risen. वो पूरा self knowledge उसका पूरा ऊपर आ गया, उसको पूरा पता चल गया. And the Brahma, if such a person is there, then what happens is Brahma, that is the creator, Vishnu the sustainer, Indra the lord of demigod, and Shankara the destroyer, become worthy of sympathy. Anukampa bhavanti Brahma, Vishnu, Indra, Shankara. That means we have to feel pity about even whom? Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh as well as Shankar or Indra. All becomes pity because they, in fact, they have also not attended this stage. The stage which a person who attends to the reading of essence of yoga Vasishtha, एसेंस ऑफ योग वर्शिप पढ़ने के बाद जिसका मन इतना शांत होता है, ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश जो ये सब सस्टेनर क्रिएटर और डिस्ट्रॉयर है, और इंद्र जो गॉड है, लॉर्ड ऑफ डेमी गॉड, इतने बड़े बड़े पद होने के बाद भी उनको भी अनुकंपा, दे आर वर्दी ऑफ सिंपथी, दे फील पीटी अबाउट इट, अरे यार ये तो हमको नहीं जम पाया है। सो को हम कथम इदम चेती यावत नान्यत विचारितम संसार आडंबरम तावत अंधकारोपयम स्थिति। So who am I? Where is this? Where is this world? As long as this inquiry is not made within, so long as this show of worldly existence, which is like darkness, remains. So ये जो वर्ल्डली एग्जिस्टेंस है, ये बाहर में दिख रहा है, माया जाल, somebody has become physician, doing all the activity like a doctor and trying to treat a patient, but he never knows there's another big doctor sitting on his head who is controller of all that, and he is appointed even Yamraj to take away all the bodies from this place. But okay, relative world you have to do that, but do it only as a as you do it on pilgrimage, do it only as what you do only for earning bread and butter, and forget about it. What has been important said is, who am I? अपने को पूछना है, who am I? The answer is very simple. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you want it or not, you are divine. इतना simple है. Who am I? I am that divinity only, unfragmented, undivided, unspoiled, undisturbed, uncreated, undestroyable. It's all you put there because it is only one. It is transcendent, immanent, one without second. ये दूसरा है ही नहीं. Who am I then? I am none other than the divinity. In fact, divinity is only manifesting through me and all the world. So where is this universe? This universe where never exists. This is only a creation of mind. मेरे मन की ही कल्पना है. Actually, वो परमात्मा परमेश्वर is only everywhere. He is only manifesting. He is only telling me to do japa. He is only telling me to do meditation. He is only telling me to do puja. He is only telling me to go to office. He is only telling me to do some good thing. He is only telling me to do something bad. He is only telling me to do some imagination which is wrong. So is Paramatma is bad? No. He has given you a that is a discrimination power. You are not using your discrimination power, and you are suffering. Paramatma never suffer. You go and ask the ocean, how are the waves? The ocean will laugh at you because he will say, where are the waves? The ocean never knows there are waves, but if you really get associated with waves, then you know you are a wave. And there are other waves also on the ocean. Somebody has tsunami, somebody has smaller waves. So waves keep on fighting with each other, destroy each other, and but nothing happens to the ocean. Similarly, in this world, which is manifested, people work like a robot, one robot fighting with another robot, and electrodynamic this electromagnetic fields are also created around them, and then they suffer, they die because they feel their body, and that's why. But if you go and ask Paramatma, then he'll say, who died? Nothing, I don't know. Where is the world? He doesn't know because he's only the one. He is in fact not even manifested. He is only like an ocean. Ocean is always very much present in all these waves. But wave never knows that ocean is very much there. Wave has their own ego. So they will say, okay, I'm tsunami, I will kill so many people. That is wave. But ocean never does that. So that is been said here. Sarva Shakti Anantatmam Sarva Bhavantar Arastita Advitiyam Chintayat Antam Ya Pashyati Sa Pashyati. The all powerful eternal self seated inside every heart is a non dual consciousness. Whatever up till now we are saying that has come in the 31st shloka. Whoever pursues thus within, he really sees. जो ऐसा देखता है वही देखता है, बाकी नहीं देखते हैं. The person who sees like this, he only sees real thing. That is what has been the washing of the impurities of the mind. How you wash the clothes? When your clothes are dirty, what you do is you take those clothes in put them in the water, and then you put some detergent, and when the detergent water is good, then you start rubbing that, and after that again clean with a good water, and the clothes are dried up on the some this rod, and then it get dried up because of the hot air. So this process is of the cleaning, that is washing of the impurities of clothes. So what has happened is the washing element which we are used is also washed off. Here also, when you are washing this, your mind impurities, what has been happened is you are using the scriptures like a detergent to wash it. And moment the work of that scriptures is over, detergent, even you have to wash off that because you understood that really I am the divine. Yes, I understood. समझदारी बहुत important है. So what is that? Today's conviction is tomorrow's realization. आज का जो conviction है वही कल का realization होगा. How long? You'll have to keep on listening, keep on listening, keep on listening. If this is only sadhana we have to do, additional sadhana like Rama Raksha reading or doing puja, doing japa, doing your thought, that also should be done, but egoless. कि मैं कर रहा हूँ ये भाव से नहीं, ईश्वर करवा ले रहा है, so I am doing it, and that is additional. Okay, that may give little quiescence of the mind, maybe 1%. 99% it will come only through the contemplation, because contemplation only removes kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsya. How it removes? It makes our firm conviction that we are divine. Whether we like it or not, whether we know it or not, whether we want it or not, we are divine. This becomes firm, not only like only Totagiri like I am doing. It never remains like Totagiri. Today's conviction is tomorrow realization. It become realization. I am also a speaker, I am a listener. So I have to make it pakka for me, 7 by 24, 365 days, and then my mind should not go to the dogs. That has to be seen. Otherwise, I am telling thousands of the people, I am making the YouTube attempt, I am trying to make this open for international platform, and I am only suffering because of my mind. So that should not happen. First, my mind should be there clear, and how my mind is clear or not will be seen by the world. The world will immediately come to know if I am quiescent, if I am tranquil, if I am cheerful, I am blissful. World will say yes. There's some example in life, or at least I will be in a position to keep on this contemplating on this essence of a yoga Vasishtha as a sadhak, and this today's sadhak only will become tomorrow's siddha. So there is a confusion in the minds of the people ki sadhak should be siddha. No, no, no. He cannot be. Sadhak may be little advanced sadhak, like other few new people joins. They will be new in the process, but they may again get advanced than this own the sadhak who is the speaker. Speaker is also addressing his own mind, and there may be another person that he listens only one statement and then yes, done. Oh, so he becomes siddha. So that is his grace, Hari Ichha. So we will not talk about Hari Ichha and Hari Krupa here because it is in his hand. So the one all-powerful eternal self-seated inside every heart is a non-dual consciousness. Whoever pursues thus within, he really sees, वो ही really देखता है, बाकी कोई देखता नहीं. He is only the really a great man because he has understood that divinity has to be seen in the inside, like Bhagwan Raman Maharshi. Raman Maharshi has not talked for 18 years because he was knowing it that he is divine, and there is no point talking about the divinity because everywhere it is a divinity. How can he talk to the divinity about divinity? Even though the divine people who are manifested, they are in ignorance. He will not talk. Afterwards, he has understood and he got a message, then he started talking. So there is a very good example in this Raman Maharshi's life when people, they were at that time freedom movement was going on. Then some freedom movement people approached Raman Maharshi and told, "Sir, so many people are following you. Why don't you tell them that they should go for a first for a freedom struggle and then they come and contemplate it on God? God will not go first. We have to get a freedom." So first time Raman Maharshi has not replied, but the second time when the people came and Raman Maharshi said, "Okay, so please tell me if there is a movie going on a screen wherein there is a fire. What are you going to advise that people to bring a bucket full of water and throw on that screen so that we can quench that fire?" They said, "No, it is a movie. No, we cannot do that. वो movie तो चलते रहेगा. That screen खराब हो जाएगा. Your screen will become bad." So then he laughed. This world is also like a movie going on. How can I tell the people to go enjoying the freedom moment? That is wrong. I am not here to correct the world because world is always like this. It is a curly tail. अपना काम ही नहीं है वो ठीक करना. जिसको जो बनता है करे भैया. हम तो हमारा नाम लेंगे, contemplation करेंगे, और यही लाइफ में ये my last, this is my last life of all the people who are attending the afternoon meeting. By the grace of God, that is Ram. By the grace of God, that is Krishna. By the grace of God, which is called as Ramakrishna. By the grace of Allah, which is called as Allah. By the grace of Mahavir, which is called as Mahavir. By the grace of Buddha, which is called as Buddha. You take any avatar, you will have to have a grace of this because they have given some holy words. If this grace falls on you, then what will happen is your ego will become zero, your desire will become zero. Moment your ego and desire becomes zero, what happens is Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahansa used to say, "Me gela ki janja gela." Your me will go, your I will go, and you will understand who am I. Who am I is only that divinity, nothing other than that, and non-dual consciousness. Then only he sees. With this next shloka, paridhyato bhukto hi bhogo bhavati trushte vidyaye seviti chora maitri meti choratam. So now it is given the analysis. Few examples are given here. If your mind becomes like this, how you will behave? Only that enjoyment gives satisfaction, which is tested with full knowledge. जिसको पूरा नॉलेज है उसमें ही रियली एंजॉयमेंट है. उसके बाद क्या होता है? एग्जाम्पल इज गिवन, a thief attended upon after knowing him as such becomes friendly. If you meet some thief and you know that he's a thief and he's doing his job, he's the thief and he's doing, but you know he's a thief, so naturally thief will not steal your thing. He does not assume the state of thief. वो thief नहीं बनेगा, आपके लिए आपका दोस्त बन जाएगा. मनसो निगृहीतस्य लीला भोग अल्पकोपिया तमेवा लब्ध विस्तारम क्लिष्टत्वाव बहुमन्यते. Even though the enjoyment of pleasures of the restricted mind is little, that enjoyment which has not obtained the extension is thought of the abundant because of the suffering needed to secure it. Because what has been said is, even if you get a slightest enjoyment, it becomes the abundance of the enjoyment because your mind has already gone into the blissful state. Even listening what I am saying, the mind goes to that level of happiness or that level of blissfulness. Even if our mind has not attended, maybe after a half an hour of this process, again it goes to the dock for remaining 23 and a half hours. But there will be a day when the Hari Ichha and Hari Krupa will become one, and that Hari Ichha will say that yes, now 7 by 24, 365 days, hereafter you will be always tranquil, quiescent, contented, blissful, and relaxed and cool. So that will happen. So even small things will be happening. Like next example is given 34 shloka. Baddho mukto mahipalo grama gramena tushyati paro abadya nakranto narajyam bahumanyate. That means what? A king freed from bondage is pleased with a mere village. The one who has not been bound by enemies, not overpowered by them, does not think even of the kingdom as an abundance. So what is this? अरे एक राजा जो है वो उसका राजपाट बढ़ाई रहा, ही इज हैविंग 100 villages, 100 cities. He is never bound. So he is never bound, so he is not bothered. Then his mind is suffering because he wants more desire, and he's caught in the web of this samsara. So even there is a big king like our the king which has a vision that he will conquer the whole world and become the king. And finally, what he said is, finally he says the he has gone empty-handed through this world. He has to go empty-handed. Whereas a king who was in a bondage, उसको एक village भी दे दो, so how much happiness, because he is now freed from that jail. So he is happy to even get one village. Otherwise, he would have been beggar on the street. So that has been said. And now 35th श्लोको मनसो विजयात्नान्या गतिरस्ति भावना तावद निशित वेताला वल्गनी हृदय वासना एकतत्व दृढ़ाभ्यासत यावत न विजितम मन. So many examples are told. For what purpose? In the ocean of worldly existence, there is no refuge other than the conquest of the mind. अपने ये वर्ल्डली एग्जिस्टेंस में मन मन जो है इसको जीतना ही सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, बाकी किसी को कोई इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं. सो अगेन कमिंग टू द सेम टाइम, माइंड योर माइंड, अपने मन को अपने को जीतना है, बाकी लोगों से लेन देन नहीं. एज लॉन्ग एज द माइंड इज नॉट कॉन्कर्ड by the firm practice of one truth, one reality, so long the night ghost of imagination dance in the heart. देखो सीधा सीधा बोल दिया है, तुम्हारे नाइट घोस्ट ऑफ इमेजिनेशन, अपना इमेजिनेशन चलते रहता, मुंगेरी लाल के हसीन सपने वो चलते रहते और आदमी परेशान होता रहता. व्हाट संस्कृति सेड, एक तत्व दृढ़ाभ्यासात. दिस वर्ड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एक तत्व दृढ़ाभ्यास. अदरवाइज व्हाट पीपल विल डू? आई हैव 100 crores of rupees, I have to make it 500 crores. I have 500 crores of rupees, so I have to make it 1000 crores. I have 1000 crore of rupees, so I'll make it 10,000 crore. I have few countries under my rule, so I'll make 10 countries of my rule. I have only now 10 countries, so I'll make it 100 countries. And no end. Finally, you go empty handed. You know who has said I have gone empty handed? कोफिन में कुछ नहीं है, मैं तो खाली हाथ जा रहा हूँ. So what is that? एक तत्व दृढ़ाभ्यासात आपको करना पड़ेगा. So last three shlokas are भूतो भीमत कारित्वम मंत्री सतकार्य कारणात् सामंतश्च इंद्रियाक्रांता गुरु विद्या प्रदानता लालनास्तिग्धललना पालनात् पावना पिता सुहृदय उक्तम च विश्वासात् मनो मन्ने मनीषियाम्. A servant by doing what is desired, a minister by causing the good deeds, a general by the power of attacking, a teacher by giving a good knowledge, a loving woman by her fondling nature, and a scared that is a pure father protecting the daughter or a son. I consider that by faith the mind is spoken of as a friend of the wise. ये देखो इतने सारे लोग तुम्हारी सेवा करने के लिए बैठे हैं, तुम्हारी पत्नी तुम्हारी सेवा कर रही है, लविंग वाइफ हो रही है, तुम्हारे सर्वेंट्स तुम्हारा सुन रहे हैं, तुम्हारे गुरु तुमको अच्छा बता रहे हैं, तुम्हारा तुम्हारे गुड डीड्स की वजह से तुम्हारे मिनिस्टर्स तुम्हारा सुन रहे हैं, और तुम्हारे पिताजी तुम्हारा रक्षण कर रहे हैं, इतने सब होने के बाद भी दैट इज ऑल एडिशनल दिस थिंग, बट unless your mind is helping you, nothing can help. Your mind is very important. अपना मन, बाकी पार पार दुनिया तुम्हारी सेवा भी कर रही, तो दैट इज माया जाल. They take the help, definitely nothing wrong. You also love them as they are the divine source. Not telling that आप भी भगवान, मैं भी भगवान, and मन में आए तो करो हैवान समान काम. Not like that. Remain only Bhagwan internally and outside, only a simple and disciplined life. You are a grihastha, behave like a grihastha. If you are sannyasi, behave like sannyasi. If you are brahmachari, behave like a brahmachari. जो अपने वर्णाश्रम के लिए जरूरी है उतना सब करो, एंड मजे से रहो, मौज में रहो, हर मोमेंट को मौज में रहना है. So I consider that by faith the mind is spoken of as a friend of the wise. That means you may trust anybody in this world, but don't trust your mind, not even once. एक बार भी तुम्हारे मन को ट्रस्ट मत करो, क्योंकि तुम्हारा माइंड हर वक्त तुमको चीट करता है, तुमको डिविनिटी में कभी रखना नहीं चाहता है. तुम भजन करो, कीर्तन करो, जप करो, ध्यान करो, वो हो जाने के बाद तुरंत तुमको गंदी बातें बताने लगता है. कंपैरिजन, ड्यूअलिटी, जेलसी, सफरिंग सब पूरा आके दे देता है. इट इज लाइक टेकिंग बाथ इन गैंजेस. गंगा में नहाने समान है. गंगा में नहाते तब तक वो अपने भूत सब पेड़ पे लटके रहते पाप. मोमेंट यू टेक द बाथ, अगेन एवरीबडी कम्स एंड सिट इन योर हेड. So it is said that you can trust anyone in the world, maybe your servant, maybe your wife, maybe your husband, maybe your son, maybe your teacher. किसी को भी ट्रस्ट कर सकते हैं. Everybody is trustworthy, but not your mind. तुम्हारा माइंड ये कभी ट्रस्टवर्दी नहीं है. तो so let us see last two shloka, that is 38 and 39. एवं मनोमणि राम बहुपल्लकर्णिकतम विवेकवारिणा सिद्धे प्रक्षालेन लोकवान भवम. Now Vivek has been told to the Rama, and through Rama to us also. Rama, let us become possessed of luster after washing thus the jewel of mind, stained with much of the mud by the water of discrimination for obtaining perfection. What do we mean by this? अपने को विवेक लाना पड़ेगा. What is the विवेक? असत असत्य विवेक. सत is what? सत is only divinity. बाकी सब असत है. All this bhutakash, chittakash is asat. That is all mud in the life. Only chidakash, solid conscious existence, is only the discriminative power. That means divinity. That is the jewel of the mind. So remove your mud, automatically the jewel will start shining. So that has been told to the Rama, and through Rama it is told by Vasishtha to us. So last shloka is what? Indriyanam alam tirtva buddha satyam akvekshayam cha तत्रैव निष्ठतो भूत्वा तृष्णो भव भवार्णत एवं ते कथितं राम मनोर्नैमल्य साधनम. So what is said, English first we'll do, and then we'll give some vishleshon and stop there. Thoroughly overcoming the enemy in the form of senses. So now who are the enemies? It is being told. Our senses which are external are our enemy. So what are the senses? All the sensory organs, whether it is uh, the gross level or subtle level, 5 plus 5, 10, all, we are not covering here. All are troubling you because your mind is extrovert. बाहर दिखा कि आपको रसगुल्ला दिखा तो रसगुल्ला खाने की इच्छा हो जाएगी, चमचम दिखा तो चमचम खाने की इच्छा हो जाएगी, उसके बाद संदेश दिखा तो संदेश खाने की इच्छा हो जाएगी, उसके बाद आपको और कोई दूसरे स्वीट्स दिखे, लड्डू दिखा तो लड्डू खाने की इच्छा हो जाएगी, सब खाने की इच्छा हो जाएगी. बट उसके बाद nobody will tell boss if you eat everything without having food you will have a diabetes, severe diabetes. तो कैसा होता है? दिस इंद्रियस also create severe diabetes in the world by the way that you become adnyani. You become adnyani. This food can be corrected by taking some medicines, but this adnyan cannot be corrected because adnyani feels he is jnani. That is again the beauty of that adnyan. अज्ञानी को लगता है मेरे समान तो होशियार दुनिया में तो कोई भी नहीं है, मैं ही सिर्फ हूँ. And pursuing the truth by the intellect. So now then you have to use the discrimination by intellect. Becoming established there itself. सिर्फ पता करके कोई फायदा नहीं. मैंने जैसा पता कर लिया, okay, मैं divine है, so what? So let me do whatever I want to do. Behave like a divinity, na? So establish. You have to establish 24/7, 365 days. Your mind should be so blissful. Be happy always, and always do the things like अद्वैत ज्ञान पदरी बांध के जो इच्छा है वो करो. ऐसे भगवान रामकृष्ण बोलते थे. I will make it in English. Bhagwan Ramakrishna used to say that if keep your mind always in the tranquility, one without second. That is Advait Jnana. Always keep your mind with that एक तत्व गुणाभ्यासा. That is one truth पे ही मन रखना है. If you keep that 7 by 24, 365 days, then what happens is becoming established therein. Be one with who has crossed over the ocean of worldly existence. So These people have crossed the worldly existence ocean. So Rama, thus has been narrated you the means for the purity of the mind. So these are the means for the purity of mind. And very good statement comes. Let me recollect that statement and we'll stop there. So this world where we are, the family which we are living, these are means to the means of God realization. ये मीन्स किसके लिए? ये जो अपना संसार, ये जो काम चल रहा है, ये पैसा है, घर है, दार है, अच्छे लोग हैं, अच्छे रिलेटिव्स है, अच्छे सर्वेंट्स है, अच्छे सब आजू बाजू में अच्छे टीचर्स है, इंक्लूडिंग दिस मीटिंग. These are the means to what? To that means. What are that means? That means are that you have to look after that divinity as एक तत्व दृढ़ाभ्यासात, ओनली वन ट्रूथ. उसके लिए मीन्स है. आज आके अट्टहास वही करना है कि वी विल ऑलवेज रिमेन in that blissful state because our mind is always attached with that self that we are, that is we are the divinity. And then we'll cross over the ocean of worldly existence. That means we in the moksha will have no impact of the relative world to us. वो वहाँ पे राहुल गांधी बने या कोई anybody becomes, we are not bothered what politics is doing. We are not bothered about what the world is doing, because for us everybody is divine. For us everybody is divine. All thoughts are divine. All people are divine. Everything is divine for us. Internally, outside, okay, that adjustment of the world keeps on going. All the adjustment in the relative world, that is whether it is office job or your homely jobs or politics or a social circle, everything is Hari Icha. You take it as an Hari Icha and be happy always. With this prayers, as told by Vasishtha Rishi, to make your mind pure, this eighth chapter has been told. The story of story of Bhargava has been told. We have to also take that. Don't create the castle in the air. Don't create the imagination. With these prayers. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramachandra Arpanamastu. Submitting the divine fruits to the holy feet of Sri Ramachandra. If possible, if you attend this after meeting at 2:30, it really gives the impact directly on the mind because you know that this program is going on live. If not possible, maybe because of Hari Icha, so then you can listen this YouTube alone at least once or twice in your rooms, maybe in solitude preferably. Thanks, Naveen. All the best to all of you.